Hello everyone, this is Jay at Inspiration Masters. As a part of our inspiring series, we get the opportunity to meet the difference makers, the artists, the entrepreneurs, the business owners, and the people who are making a difference not just in the United States but around the world. And today I have one difference maker here with me. I have Rajeswari Udayagiri. Rajeshwari, welcome to Inspiration Masters.
Thank you so much, Jay.
I am so glad you could find time and come and talk to us today.
I'm glad you could find time too.
So we'll be having a lot of fun and giving a lot of information,
Absolutely.
right? We tell you a little bit about Rajeshwari. Of course, we are going to find out from her. But she lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for the last 15 years and working here. She's a founder of Sarasija Theater, a first of its kind Telugu theater in the US, exclusively on Telugu drama and full-fledged Broadway-style theatrical production. And she has had a great career with her start in Gemini TV, most popular program Yours Lovingly, and was the youngest A-graded artist for drama. She has also been on All India Radio performing with some of the legendary artists. So again, welcome. You have done so many things and we want to find out about all those.
Sure.
Along with that, you are doing some phenomenal things in Dallas with the Telugu theater. So we want to learn more about it. So Rajeshwari has, I came across the information I was looking at. You've done the TV show, the radio live stage, you've done the MCs and more than 75 times and dubbed the voice of some very popular artist. So how did you get interested?
Yeah, we will talk more, but first of all, thank you so much to Jay and Dipti, the person behind the camera. I want to thank her too, because whatever you're doing is very, very inspiring. The name Inspiration Masters, you both are quite inspiring. For the I think we had a very good conversation, like more than an hour before getting out of the camera.
Right.
Getting to know you and the things that you've been doing is just wonderful. Keep
Thank
inspiring
you.
us. Keep doing more of such. It's not just about me, but it's about what the way you're looking at the society, the way you're looking at the community and the people that are around us, bringing them on, talking to them, finding them and connecting them to people.
Very kind words. Thank you.
No, I mean it. I really mean it. Thanks to you and Dipti for all that. And again, thanks to having me here today. It's wonderful to talk. How did all this start is very, very, it's a very long ago, you know how they say once upon a time. So when I was, as a kid, my mom is a writer. She's a novelist and she's a writer. So I've seen her discuss her stories, and she's a very, very few female writers we have in Telugu drama world, drama writers, and she's one of them. So people coming home, talking to her discussing the subjects, the scripts, her work, all these things caught my attention right early on. And my mom was also associated with All India Radio a lot back then, for a very long time.
Right.
I guess that's what had me, probably connected me towards All India Radio. When I was in my college, I first started with All India Radio. I used to be always on stage as a kid, like drama, dance, competitions, everything. But All India Radio drama was my mother's push.
So you went into the studio one day?
Yeah, they had these auditions. They had a play that they wanted to do, and they wanted some new voices in All India Radio. And one of our family friends, he knew that I could be one, and I was not confident though, but I just went and gave an audition, and they selected me, and the saga began. That's how it was. And television, I did this again. My mother's push. She was the one who pushed me to do television. It was never my choice, my intention. I was more inclined towards voiceovers, like dubbing for heroines, which is very
Okay.
common in South India.
I think you've done for very popular
I have.
heroines.
I have. Fortunately, I got that opportunity because of a friend, and I have done quite a few.
For Rajeswari, you said?
No. For
What was-
Rakshita. Rakshita is the heroine.
Rakshita is the heroine, and
Yeah.
you did for somebody else too.
Rakshita,
So,
Rekha.
Rekha, yeah, Rekha
Yeah.
and Rakshita, okay.
Yeah, I did for quite a few heroines, but I think I dubbed for about 25-30 movies.
Mhm.
But that was very short span of time.
Uh-huh.
Within that, I got good opportunity to dub for big movies like
Mhm.
the top celebrities like megastar Chiranjeevi.
Mhm.
His movie I did Andarivadu,
Mhm.
and I did for Nagarjuna's Shivamani, and I did for a very popular movie called Idiot. That's where I started the dubbing side. So that's how I got into television. But when I got into television with my mother's push, the first time I saw myself on screen, I started doing some shows. I'm slowly inclined towards that. I started loving it. I started liking being on camera, and everything to do with media and entertainment industry just caught
Yeah.
me.
Wow, so it starts from home.
Starts from home. Absolutely starts from home. Somebody, you got to have someone to push you. in
That
that
is true. That
direction.
is true, and especially with the media, because we don't get in.
Yeah,
so that's really true.
We didn't have in our family. There's nobody in the mass media, the entertainment field, like other than radio. No television, no movie, no such exposure.
Right.
I was the first one to get into that.
Mm-hmm. And here you are involved with so many organizations, the
Yeah.
TANA, the NATA,
Yeah.
NETS,
Yeah.
and you have done the MC for so many of the shows.
Yeah.
Tell us something about it, like what
Yeah,
kind of shows you've done, and
Sure. Like they say, I mean, if I see the mic, I get attracted towards it. Be it on stage or
yeah, that's why we
radio.
can keep a mic here.
Yeah, I figured. Just kidding. My husband, he always has to say, like, no matter in which mood I am, right? The moment there is the camera, if he says, okay, camera is on, then I'm smiling.
It's a good way, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it has been. Yeah, stage has been, I think I started being emceeing shows way back in India. After I was in television, people used to invite me to MC their events, and that's how it began there. And when I came here, because I was so much into media and entertainment industry, I just could not be like go to the work and come back home. Of course, we have to do the lot of chores at home.
Right.
But just do that and stay home. I just couldn't do that. So I needed something else.
You can't go into the show and sit in the audience.
Yeah, so true. That is so true. I couldn't accept the fact that I'm no more going to be on stage. So I kind of
the stardom is gone in now.
Yeah.
I can't sit on the.
Exactly right. So that's how it started. I approached the then radio called Ganasudha. There was a wonderful team, and they very, very warmly they welcomed me to their radio. And once I started doing radio, people heard me. They thought that maybe I'll be a good person to go on stage, do MC. They invited me to do. One day I went and started. I just got lucky, probably because I was blessed to do some real big shows as an MC. And that's a wonderful experience I have. I have so many good
tell
memories.
us about some of them. Well, I think a lot of people might recognize some of this.
Yeah. I would love to talk about everyone, but the best interest of time.
Interest of time.
I'll just bring some highlights. So I did quite a few shows, Jay. I did from classical dances to classical music to the biggest star, S.P. Balasubramaniam. Who doesn't know him? Right? Indian, all of us know him. And Balasubramaniam and Chitra's show, Ilayaraja's concert. Recently I did that, and I did all the top music directors' shows. I did Mani Sharma's show. I did Koti Gari show. I did a lot of them. And recently Devi Sri Prasad's show. And then, so other than that, I can recently, like last week, I did Yesudas.
Oh, wow.
I did his show. It was second time doing his show as an MC. I'm thrilled. I'm blessed. I feel very fortunate for those kind of opportunities, and I cherish them. The one I would definitely like to quote is the Mahatma Gandhi, the one that we were just
That's
talking
right,
about.
yeah. So you were a part of that unveiling
The Gandhi statue in here, in Irving. It was a 3-day event, and fortunately for me, I was able to be part of the 3-day event all through.
Wow.
That's one wonderful experience I have, to have met real big people, like from Martin Luther King Jr.'s family. And Mahatma Gandhi's family. Mahatma Gandhi's his great grandson, I guess. He was here, Satish Dupella, if I remember.
Satish Dupella, yes.
So, I mean, those are the ones that I cherish. The times that I'm on stage, the ones that I have to quote on those kind of.
Those are the special opportunities we get once in a while to go there. Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah, that's like a blessing to me.
Yes, yeah, and that blessings come because of your hard work before that. and that's the main part, which is inspirational to a lot of people. That those opportunities are there because you have done so many things before that. That's why it came to you.
I agree.
And sometimes it's said, the saying is good to be ready and not have opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be ready for that.
Yeah, that is true.
So you have to be ready for it, and that's how you can grab that opportunity when it comes through.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And you are still involved with the radio Surbhi.
Yes.
And you took over that after long years, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I was part of Yuva Radio for 10 years. I was working with K.C. Garu and as a volunteer. Like once in a while I would go and do his show. But when he had to leave, I couldn't let the opportunity go. And myself and my friend Jaya Kalyani, we both picked up that slot. And we are now doing that show. It's a Saturday and Sunday. Radio Surbhi.
Saturday, Sunday, what time?
10 to 12.
10 to 12 Saturday and Sunday is Radio Surbhi.
On 104.9 FM.
104.9 FM. And then you are covering the current events and things.
Yeah, I mean, we don't stick to a certain concept. We both are two different people like anybody else. So she does her style of shows, I do my style of shows. I pick up anything from current affairs, from today, whatever happens that week. If something touches my heart or something which I want to talk about, it can be anything from a gun violence that happened or some a big issue, like or it can be anything related to Chandrayaan, for example.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah.
Or some big movies launching, some releasing, or any topic, anything and everything except politics. We talk everything under the sun.
And it is in Telugu.
It is in Telugu. That's right.
So 10 to noon, Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, that's interesting. And one of the important things I really want to talk about is the Sarasija Theaters.
Yes.
So you're the founder of the theater, which is very unique.
Yes.
And those are the kind of things which take a lot of efforts.
Yes.
It doesn't come very easy, and that's one of a kind Telugu theater where you are doing, I think you converted one of the major movies, Missamma, into a theater show.
That's
wow.
Right. That's right.
Tell us something about it.
Definitely. So Sarasija Theaters is basically, I've been doing stage plays from my childhood, and like I told you, I was an all India radio artist.
Right.
And because my mom was into theatre writing and all, I'm kind of caught up in that world for a very long time. Probably that's what pushed me towards this. And when I came here, I was watching these Broadway shows and all, right? I got so in South India, especially in the Telugu community, for some reason the theatre flavor is lost for a long time. People don't seem to, I don't know if I can use this word because lack of other word that I could think of at this time. People do not appreciate Telugu theatre as much as they do in other communities. I've seen that, I've experienced that.
They go more to the movies than the theatres?
Yes.
Okay.
If it is a play, people will be like, okay, come and watch my play. They will be like, okay, who is in it? Who's coming? Who is the star? Like, if you have a celebrity or some cinema flavor attached to it,
Oh, okay.
then they're automatically attracted. If
Oh,
not,
okay.
it's not that much. But it used to be huge back in the day. And there used to be stalwarts in theater who are always most of the big stars of Telugu
They
film
used to
industry,
go
they
into
were
on
theater
the theater
artists.
artists. Wow.
They were all theater artists. They came from theater.
Wow.
It's not that anymore.
Yeah.
Now these days I see here and there people picking up, which is very, very welcoming and very, very happy to
Right.
see that happening. So when I realized that when I watched one of the Hindi plays after the Broadway, I watched a Hindi play also. I saw how people were reacting to it. I was like, why is this missing in our community? Why are we not, able to embrace what we already have?
Yes.
So then I said, okay, let's give it a try. And myself, along with Bhaskar, Vijay Bhaskar Raivaram, and Jaya Kalyani, and few others, a team of us, we said, okay, let's test water,
Right.
how people would react to it.
It's a very different experience.
It is a
completely
different,
than a movie.
absolutely, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So one of the stages we did a small 35 minutes play. We tried to see how people would react to it. They loved it. They absolutely loved it. So we were like, okay, it is all about how you're presenting it, what
Yes.
you're showing them, how you're doing it. People will
Yeah.
like it. Then that's when we picked up Missamma. Missamma is a classic Indian movie, Telugu movie, which has been, it's a 1950s movie, and it's a huge, I don't think there's any Telugu audience who have
Would not
not
recognize
watched
that
it.
movie.
Even people in 20s, I'm sure they would have watched it.
Right.
I can't speak for the next generations, but I'm sure. So we picked that one up, and we were the reason. When you were saying that Sarasija is one of its kind, first of its kind in
Right.
Telugu theatre, because I can confidently say it because we were the first people in Telugu theatre who brought a movie and adapted to
Adapted
stage.
to the stage, yeah.
Usually
That's a
novels
very
are
hard thing to
adapted
do.
and stage drama is adapted to movie.
That is
which
right,
is very
yeah,
common.
it's the other way around. And it's very hard because there are so many things which are added
Yes.
on a movie which you cannot
Yes,
do on a
you
theatre.
cannot do, and it's a 2.5, 3 hours long movie.
Yeah.
They have songs, they have fights, they have twists and turns and everything. You can't bring that all on stage.
Yeah, you have to sing around a tree.
Absolutely, we did. We did that on the stage. Not around the tree, but we did. Yeah, we did that. So that's definitely challenging.
Yeah.
So bringing that to a stage adaptation itself is challenging. So I had to put together a screenplay for it, write down all the scenes, convince my mom, who was very, very against, and then somehow we made it happen.
Yeah.
And luckily, it was huge success. We had a full house audience, and everyone appreciated the effort. They really loved the play.
Yeah.
So there's this concept of stage plays, and I have seen it in here in America. I don't know what elsewhere, but in America I have seen that people do plays, but they record their dialogues well before, and then they just try to sync their lip sync the action and on the stage. Because they are like, what if the microphone doesn't work, or what if I forget the dialogues, or any kind of technical issue or anything, and I'm dead against it.
Yeah.
I cannot accept that.
So everything which you watch is actually live happening at that time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So many
in real
times.
Time, yeah.
Even during Missamma, my artist, my team, they came up and said, what if the mics don't work? I said, if they don't work, they don't work.
Yeah.
We say the dialogue without the mic. But we cannot do a recorded and lip syncing kind of a job. That's not a theatre to me. That's not.
It kills the charm.
For me, I cannot emote. If I don't say my dialogue, I cannot emote. Then what are you showing to the audience? So that's how we started. Missamma went on to become a huge hit, and then there was this New York Dream Up Theatre Festival, International Theatre Festival. So I sent our concept to them for their selections, and we got selected to stage it in New York International Theatre Festival. And again, we were the first people go on to that kind of stage and perform a theatre play. Yes,
that's great.
Yeah. So fortunately, it was huge hit. So that kind of moved me, that told me that bigger things can happen.
It can, yes. You have to put efforts on it.
You have to put sincere efforts. You have to believe in it. So then we kind of went on to do the next show, and then now we are here.
Wow,
Yeah.
awesome. And so you have done plays after that?
We have, after
the
Missamma.
Broadway style.
Yeah, so when I say Broadway style, Jay, honestly, for me, I want to do everything that happens on a Broadway stage.
Right.
Like if you're watching an English play on stage, they have everything like special effects. They can take you through a journey.
Yes.
Right? They can take you, they can move you from within, just like how you're watching a cinema, you're connected to it.
Yes.
With the special effects, the music, the songs, whatever happens, right? The same way Broadway does that. It does give you that kind of an impact.
Right, yeah.
So that's where I want to be.
Absolutely,
So I want
and
Sarasija to reach that spot someday in a big way and be accepted by the wider audience and the next generations also embracing this.
Yes.
And not looking down.
Yeah, that's
upon
right.
it
It's
and-
not something which is gone. You pick up, start where it is, and then you grow from that. And
Yes.
That's just outstanding idea.
There are other organizations, not just in Dallas. Even in Dallas, we have recently a couple of them also started here. But in other cities also, there are other organizations. They do plays, but like I said, they don't go full fledged.
Right.
I want them to expand. I wish they expand. I want
Yeah.
them to do full fledged. Like no compromise on. We don't compromise on the production values. We are not self-sufficient. We don't have funds. We are a non-profit organization. So I reach out to people, crowdfunding.
Right.
I seek help.
Right.
I seek community help, and I am fortunate. I must say that we have huge community support.
Right.
After they saw Missamma, even for Missamma, they came forward to help just based on the trust they have on
Right.
a few people like us, you know.
Yeah.
And when they saw that we don't disappoint them, the kind of promotion
Yeah,
we
the
do,
example
the
you
way,
set to, yeah.
so they know
Absolutely.
that we are capable of something. We'll definitely deliver what we're talking
Right.
about, and so we could gather a lot of
Wow, that's
support
very
from the
nice.
community.
That is great. And the other thing you are doing coming up very soon is the Palace of Illusion,
Yes.
the Droupadi.
Droupadi, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So
our next
tell us
production.
something about that.
Yeah, so
it's coming up
Droupadi-
soon, right?
Yes, October
Okay.
6th.
October 6th, okay.
6th, yeah. So definitely block your date. On camera again. So Droupadi is the next production that we are working on right now. And it is based on a novel called Palace of Illusions by Chitra Divakaruni.
Okay.
Chitra Divakaruni is based off in Houston, and her novels are known for women empowerment. Or, I don't want to use the word feminist because it's been wrongly used in wrongly, maybe I should say abused word. But so she's very well known for strong women characters in her novels. She brings up the side of the women that we must really see.
Right.
So I was inspired reading a novel way back in 2014. Since then, one of my friends, actually, she asked me to read the book, and thanks to her, Madhu, again. And the moment I read the book, I wanted to do something more. I read it like twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times. I'm like, I want to do something about it. So then I decided to do, this time I decided to do a play. I knew that it's going to be huge because it is Droupadi's perspective of Mahabharata.
That is right, yeah. When I heard that, that's very intriguing. It's a very different thing which we might not have seen commonly.
No.
It is Droupadi's look on Mahabharata. Okay.
Yes. So
That's
how
interesting.
she would have perceived it. So there is her whole novel is based off on Vyasa Mahabharatam, but then she did take certain liberty of interpreting how Droupadi must have felt in certain situations.
Right.
Whether when she was asked to marry 5 men without her consent, people
Right.
decided her future. Whether it is about going to the forest,
Right.
that whole journey, her life journey, or whether it is leaving her kids and focusing on her husbands, or the whole Vastrapaharan and everything, you know,
Right.
all that. So how she would have felt through the whole,
Right.
whole
Because
journey.
it's totally different perspective. Is it
So
changing the camera
her-
angle?
Yeah. Her novel is based on a Bengali novel called Yagmasini, and this is an English interpretation. So we took that and we adapted to stage. So what we are showing in Droupadi drama is something people would not have shown quite often
Yes, that's right.
I don't know if
because-
they have ever shown anywhere,
Right.
but I just
yeah.
don't want to say.
Yeah, I would
sure.
guess we have seen it. Yeah, that's right.
So
yeah.
this one starts from Droupadi's birth, which is
Uh-huh.
from the fire, until she goes to Mahaprasthanam, the
Uh-huh.
last stage. The last stage of Droupadi nobody ever touched,
Uh-huh.
and her association with Krishna nobody ever touched.
Mhm.
In certain aspects of Droupadi, her being a very strong woman, her playing a
Mhm.
major role in women empowerment in their kingdom,
Uh-huh.
her being a huge support for Yudhishthir in bringing back the kingdom up after the Great War. All these aspects, I don't think anybody ever touched.
No, I have not heard of that.
Yeah, and
so
her
a lot of-
and her brother Drishtadyumna's relationship, how Drishtadyumna was very supportive of her being, how he encouraged her to
Mhm.
know or get some knowledge, because in those days it is believed that women were not encouraged to study, they were not encouraged
Mhm.
to learn everything that a man does. So how her brother supported her, how did she gain
Wow.
that knowledge and all that aspects.
Sounds very interesting. It's October 6th.
Yes, it is October 6th,
Okay.
so block a date.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
And you are now also involved in a music video. So what's going on with that?
Okay, so when I was talking to you about the Broadway style of production, I have good connections and relationships with, back home in India with the theatre and movie and
Mhm.
film and television world. So I have some friends who are singers, musicians, directors. They're friends. So one of our theatre play, I roped in a singer, playback singer called Malavika into our theatre play. She sang a song for me in the previous production called Anaganaga Rajakumari. It was a Vikram Betal based story. So she's a very beautiful singer, and she had come up with a new song that she wrote, she composed, and she wanted to do a music video.
Wow.
So she was in Dallas and she approached me and I said, why not? So I helped her direct that. I directed that and we released that recently.
Okay, so it's out. Is it on YouTube?
It is on YouTube, yeah.
Wow. How
The
did
song
you
is
just
called-
search with your name?
Yeah, Addicted. No, search
Addicted,
with the
yeah, Addicted. Okay.
Addicted is the song name.
Mhm.
Addicted, and Malavika is the singer.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, if you search on
Excellent.
YouTube, you'll find it.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
are doing a lot of work on women empowerment. Tell us something about it, and what is it that you do, and also, of course, how can people reach you?
I don't want to take the credit of lot of work. I'm in the baby steps.
Yeah.
I just started. Well, I have always been drawn towards women, women empowerment. The side of the women that I have seen has been very weak and fragile. So I wanted to. I have also, once I come here and say I came here to the United States. See, when you come here, the world is very different.
Yes.
You are forced to see the global perspective of the society. You are
Right.
no more constrained into that well that you were brought up in.
Yes.
So I guess that kind of opened my eyes and my heart to a lot of other stuff happening
Right.
here. Not just women for that matter, for everybody, but because
Yeah.
I am a woman myself,
Yeah, yeah.
and I have that soft corner for women-related issues, I tend to get pulled towards any such situations or any such places where there is a need.
Right.
And I try to do my part. I get associated with organizations, and some friends that I know, they approach me, they just tell me, okay, this is how the situation is, so I kind of go there. Whether it is domestic violence related issues or it is child education, girl child education, and back home my school, the school that I came from, the students, my batch, my whole batch, my group of friends, we all support our school. That is again a girls' high school.
Okay.
So the things just happen to be girls and women around.
Yeah, excellent. So, of course, you want to give everyone your contact information, and that would also be the information where we need to go to find out the tickets for the show, I guess.
Certainly, yes, absolutely. Yeah, definitely, and reach out to us whether you're an artist or you want to. One thing before I tell you that, one more point I wanted to mention was, I have some big plans coming up in future. So because of my experience and exposure that I have towards radio, television, stage, film, and all these areas, I want to come up with some kind of workshops, maybe something in future, which I have been part of, like here and there. Like for Silicon Andhra, I've helped. There's one of their batch students. They invited me to mentor them for emceeing, like teach the kids how to MC.
That's great, yeah.
So I probably will end up doing such kind of workshops in future, because I see that it's very, very necessary.
Yes.
Especially in this country.
Yeah, and Silicon Andhra is doing a great job.
They are doing a great job. They're doing a wonderful job. So, because here, for people to be on stage or to be on radio or any such shows it's very easy here. The access is easy.
Yeah.
So I think it helps the next generations to know the norms, certain norms.
Yes.
I think we all forgot, like how you and I were talking, Deeply, all three of us, we were talking before this interview about the nostalgic times of Doordarshan and the shows
that is true,
back
yeah.
then. You know how people were, the way they were presenting themselves when they are on a public medium. I think that is a very important aspect. I know you are already taking care of the public speaking aspect, but I think the way people have to speak when you have a camera, how do you speak? When you have a microphone, how do you speak? You have to have that sense of responsibility when you're talking in a public medium, and you have to remember that so many people will be looking at you, they'll be listening to you. There may be people who will be following.
And these things live long.
They live long.
What we're doing right now, these things live long. They have a life.
Yes, they do. They do. So my plan is to do some such workshops on mentoring people on how do you speak when you are on a stage,
good
radio.
background with that. Yeah.
Yeah, all my friends are encouraging me to do that for a very long time. Soon I will probably come up with that plan also. But for anything, reach out to us at Sarasija Theaters in Facebook. And we have a website, sarasijatheaters.com. You go there, you'll find us, and you will have all the information related to Droupadi as well, to all those who are art lovers, especially theatre lovers. I invite you all through this medium, and please do come and watch us, do support Telugu theatre, do support theatre, and definitely reach us out. Sarasija Theaters, Sarasija, Sarasija Theaters. That's how you'll find us in Facebook.
Excellent. Again, on behalf of the entire team of Inspiration Masters, we thank you so much
for coming
to
here.
You.
Thanks,
and
excellent
information. And we are intrigued. I'm really intrigued with the idea of the theatre and you bringing it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channels. You don't miss any of these interviews. Also, you can like us on Facebook to see that you get all the information at your fingertips on Facebook. Again, this is Jade, Inspiration Masters. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back in a week.